Alright, hello you guys and welcome to another video here today. And today I'm going to be showing you how you can use yourself an Elgato Game Capture card. Now, basically this is really simple, and I'm also going to be showing you the software setup over here. This is really simple how to do this, and I'm going to try to make this quick, fast, easy, and quick and fast means the same thing, so let's get to it. Okay, so here's what you're going to need. You're going to need 2 HDMI cables. So if you don't know what an HDMI cable is, basically it looks like this. The Elgato should come with at least one. But you're going to need 2, and both ends are the same. So yeah, you're going to need 2 HDMI cables, as we have one here and we have one here. After you have found yourself 2 HDMI cables, you first of all are going to need to make sure that you have the Elgato Game Capture device itself. It looks like this. There's the reflection of the camera there. Obviously you should already know what it's like if you have one. So you're going to need that. And then you're going to need yourself this cord here, which I believe came with the Elgato. So basically it's a USB, and one end is bigger than the other. As you can see, it's a normal end USB, and then it's in the smaller end. So what you are going to have to do is you're going to have to take the HDMI cables over here with you towards your Xbox or your PlayStation. For this example, I'm using the Xbox One. So pretty much I already have an HDMI cable in my Xbox One, so I'm going to take one of these. I'm just going to toss them to the side because I do not need 3. So then I'm going to take the Elgato Game Capture device. So basically just grab all the things I just showed you and bring them over to where you are going to be setting this up. Alright, so now here we are. So you're going to want to take your Elgato, and first of all, we're going to want to plug in the small USB end. So that's this one right here. The other end of it looks like this. So this is it. And yeah, you're going to want to take the small end, and you're going to want to plug it in here. And then you also have your HDMI out right next to it. And then on this side you have your AV in, which we will not be using today, and another HDMI in socket. So take your small USB, plug it in like so, and there you go. And then you're going to want to take this, and you're going to want to plug this into your computer or laptop. So that's what we're going to do right now. Alright, there we go. I plugged it into my computer, and now you are going to want to unplug your HDMI cable from your Xbox or PlayStation. Now you will obviously see on your TV, if you have it on, that it will go black and say no signal. Don't worry, that's normal, that's supposed to happen. And then you're going to want to take that and make sure that the other end is plugged into the TV. So with your first HDMI cable, you want one end plugged into the TV, and then you want the other end to be plugged into the HDMI out. Like so. The next step would be to take your second HDMI and plug it into the only one left here on the Elgato, which would be HDMI in. Go ahead and plug that other end into your Xbox or PlayStation console, or whatever you may be wanting to record with. Alright, there we go. Now that you have done that, you might see it come back to life on your TV. I have the program up over there, you might be able to hear it. I have my TV muted, but the sound is coming through on the program over there, the software, and that is where that sound is coming from. So I will meet you guys over on the computer. Alright guys, here we are, and I was going to be using Fraps to record my screen, but for some reason it decided to go poopy on us. So what's happening? Yeah, I don't know what that was about, and I don't know why I did that, but you know, whatever. So yeah, besides that, here we go, and let's get started with this tutorial here. So first we want to go to your Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or Firefox, whatever you use. And you're going to want to look up elgato.com, www.elgato.com/en/support. I'll have the link in the description for you if you need that. And if you go down here to Elgato Gaming, select the one that you have right here. Select the one that you have. I have Game Capture HD right here, so that's the one I use. But yeah, your Elgato should come with instructions on this as well. But just to show you. So when you click that, it's going to take you to the download page. Alright, so here we go. It's loaded now, and this is what it will look like. So basically, it's pretty straightforward. You just select right here, you select the download that you want, so the software you want. There's version 2.2.0 or 3.0 beta 64-bit and 3.0 beta 32-bit. Oops. So yeah, I would recommend using the version 2.2.0, but this is up to you really. You can also use older versions, but I highly do not suggest that at all. I would highly suggest using this one right here. So yeah, that's that. So once you get once you have the software installed and downloaded and ready to go, it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna minimize that. The link will be in the description. It's gonna show up over here like that. So let me zoom in on that. It sucks that Fraps won't work. So there we go. And that's what it will look like on an icon. So you're going to want to double click it, and it will open this. And it will look like that. So basically this is what's on my Xbox screen right now. If I were to hit play, it will come already playing. And this is after I hooked up the Elgato. Obviously, otherwise it would not look like this at all. And it would do this. And you would be hearing the sound and stuff like that. So it's slightly laggy. So yeah, that's what it would look like. You have all your stuff that you need over here. And I'm gonna stop that so I do not get copyrighted or anything. But yeah. So then over here you have all your settings in that. I'm gonna show you mine so that you are all ready to go. So if we go over here on the right side, I'm going to enlarge this so that it makes it a little easier to see everything. And if we go up here to the eye, and you can do stuff here, although right here we are not going to do anything, but just thought I'd let you know about it. And then here we have the gear. Whoops, that's my World of Tanks. Why did it take me there? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So then you got this, the white box, the white screen pops up. And then you're going to want to go over to Capture if it's not there already. And it takes it to my videos. That's why I would suggest for you, but it's up to you, really. And yeah, so you go to sharing. I have all these unchecked for sharing. I mean, you can check them if you want, but I would not do that if you want my opinion. And everything else is also unchecked. And updates, I would recommend that you have it set to automatically check for updates, like it is for me, because then it will update automatically. It will let you know, which is very useful. And for advanced, it has automatic and all that. So that's what I have. I'll zoom in so that you can see, like that. Alright, so then we are done here. So you're going to want to press OK or apply. Excuse me, I have a cold. So let's get out of that and go back to the capture here. It's going to the demo, as you can see, which is kind of funny. So yeah, then you're going to want to go right here. You're going to see over right here under where it says Game Capture HD right here. And if you go to the right, you're going to see this right here. It's like a little hammer and a wrench. Click that, and then this window will pop up. And what you want to do here is you can copy what I have. So I have it set to Xbox One. Set it to whatever else you may be using if you're not using an Xbox One. Input, I have HDMI, which is probably what you have. Same here. And I have it set to standard. And I have my profile here set to standard. This does affect the lagginess and stuff of the video. Right here where it says quality, that doesn't affect how laggy the recording is or anything. All that affects is your file size. So if you have this way up here to best, then your file size is going to be a lot larger, and then it's going to make it a lot longer to export and everything like that. So your file size is also going to take up more memory and things like that. So you can have it set to best if you want. It won't affect your recording. All it will affect is your editing, not really your editing, but your exporting of the video from here, and your file size is space, so your memory. So you can do that if you want, if you have a lot of time and you have a really fast computer and you don't care about your memory. But I had mine down here. That's where it seems to work pretty good, and you still get a decent quality. But I actually wanted to bump mine up a little bit, so I'm going to bump mine up to there. It's up to you really, just mess around with it and see what you like. So then I have convert standard definition, I have that checked, and stretch standard definition input, I also have that checked. So then if you go to picture, I have all these at default, so they're all at 0. If you go to audio, then you'll see I have that at 0 as well. This is the audio gain. Don't really mess with that. Profiles, I just left this as well. It's pretty simple stuff. And then TV compatibility, I have that set to 2. For you, it could be different. For you, you might have to only adjust, like it says, only adjust this value if your TV fades to black while connected to Elgato Game Capture. So when you're using your Elgato, if it fades to black, then you want to mess with it. Other than that, I wouldn't do that. I'm actually gonna change that to HD 720. For me, anyway. For you, it's up to you, really. So then click OK when you're done. And we'll zoom out here. Alright, so then you see over here we have game audio. You can adjust that to your personal liking. I have it right there. You can just copy my stuff. Here's the bit rate. That's pretty much for live streaming, as it says right here. Live commentary, which I don't have set up right now, so I can't tell you too much about that. And then tags, which is personal. Well, not really personal, just from my last video. Tags would be like your video title. Okay. Would be like your video title and game name and description of it and tags and all that stuff. So yeah, let's quickly press play, and you'll see it go to the demo, which is where it is. Alright, and then we're going to pause that, and then what you can do is you can click record right here, and if it plays, immediately pause it. Just immediately pause that. Just pause it. No one wants to see that.
The Sacramento Kings up against the New York Knicks.
Doesn't matter how quickly.
They're looking to come out,
but just make sure it's paused. Alright, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, just make sure that it's paused, because if you are having video lag or audio problems or anything like that, that is a big reason for it. Basically because you do not have it paused, and then it's trying to record while it plays here, which doesn't work well for anybody. So yeah, make sure that's paused, and then you'll be ready to go. So I hope this helped. I'm going to show you a short video game clip that I have recorded with this, and yeah, I hope it works for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
Eyes open. They could be anywhere.